have to say that I'm one of the proudest elders and pastors that I've ever been at this moment. I'm proud of you as a body. And here's why. In the month of May, we came to you with a lot of just difficult news. We were about a month behind in our regular budget, and we were just starting off this giving, this Operation Renovation, our lower level. And we were starting off in a summer, which is not when you want to start any type of financial campaign. That's number one. That's a difficulty. Number two, it was not just one financial campaign, but two, which is what you just don't do. But God was completely amazing and gracious, and we gave to you a challenge, first of all, to raise $20,000 for our lower level, which you did in 2 months. You sacrificed a ton, and it was great to see and be a part of it. And then we had an individual, an anonymous donor, come to us and gave us a giving challenge of, they said I would match every 50 cents on the dollar up to $8,100 for the months of July and August. Well, July, you guys met that. You stepped into that. We raised $4,500 above our budget, and you responded. And then in August, we had a little bit of a dip. And then the donor came back and said, you know what, I'm going to extend this into September. And instead of doing it 50 cents on the dollar, I want to do it $1 for dollar. And so we went through the month of September, and we came into our very last Sunday, and we had sent out an email to you that said we were $6,300 short just by from meeting budget for the month of September. But in our hearts, we're sitting there going, we have this giving challenge. We need to get another $4,000, which is a $10,000 offering, and we've never seen that before at our church. And so the offering came in, and we were very pleased to see that we'd raised $6,600, so we'd met for the month, which was a huge praise. And we even got $300 on top of it, but we still didn't get the full amount of the giving challenge. Then I spoke with David, and I said, David, we need to be in prayer. We have 1 day left. Even though it's not a Sunday, we have 1 day left in this giving challenge for the month. So we prayed, and then on Tuesday, I texted our financial secretary, and I said, did any offerings come in online on Monday? And she said, yes, several. I said, really? I said, how much? She goes, $39.50. And I sat and I took the number from that, and I took the number from July. And remember, the giving challenge was for $8,100. And I added it up. It was $8,101. That's huge. Give God a hand. Give yourselves a hand. Thank you for being obedient to what God has called. That is, if you can't say that's not definitely of God, to have that just equal that amount. $1 over. It's like God was laughing, going, told you. Got this. And the donor already responded, and now, by God's grace, we are completely erased all of our deficit for our budget deficit. And now we are right on budget. Matter of fact, out of all the campuses, and there are 4 campuses, we are most financially stable right now. And it's just a praise to God to see God working in and through you with just diverse things that have been coming at us. And entering into these fall months. We want to continue, though. Don't just say, hey, it's there, and we quit. We need to keep moving on. We still have this lower level, and we've raised funds for it, and we're getting near the end of it, but we still have more to go in it. And if you've walked down there, things are coming into shape. And I know I've been pressing off each weekend, hoping that we would get all this work done. And finally, I looked at John Rosas, and John looked at me, and he goes, Travis, it's going to get done when it's going to get done. So I said, okay, I want to give all these workers rest. They've been working very hard, very late nights. John and his team have been doing great things. And I'm going to, give him a hand. You can keep applauding when you realize that he's been working with me the whole time. So, John's laughing because that's true. That's very true. John's prayer life has taken on new meaning. Please, Lord, take this thorn away from me. So, but we are excited. We are so grateful for all of those who have sacrificed your time, who have come in. It's a huge praise. And though we push back generations, we know that it's going to happen by God's grace and God's timing. And so we're just going to say right now, we're not going to meet with our Generations Ministry, which is our kind of discipleship ministry, educational ministry, for the month of October. We're just going to push that back to November. And the hope that it will all be done. Now, we're still, again, waiting on more funding to come in for the flooring. And if you've made a faith promise for that, we want to encourage you to fulfill that. And just look to God and see what He's doing and partner with Him at this opportunity we have before us. And I'm already in awe of what God has done, and I can't see it getting any better, but I just know that God can do more than we could ever ask or imagine.